Oh, right. Notes. Haha. Writing things down.
Good.
The future. This is episode 1, which means that we're bringing the advanced strategies, i.e. pen and paper. Or in this case, digital information.
Technology.
Yeah.
And how many things did you write down?
4 things. And by 4 things, I mean 4 3-word sentences.
Ladies and gentlemen, strap the fuck in.
That's right. So, not really. I mean, like this. Like I was going to mention this because it's cold opening material, so I thought I'd say at the start. But basically, I was cooking the other day, and I burnt myself. And usually, I'm a guy that goes straight to oh shit like that. Like, shit is like the go-to one.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I go piss, and I'm just so. This time I went for piss, but it just didn't stop. Like I kept saying words. So what I ended up saying, because I after I said it, I was like, I can't believe I just said that. That was such a stupid thing to say in a moment. I went, oh, piss lips on a fart wank. And that's my story.
Silly.
Yeah.
Did it help?
Yeah. More than just piss alone. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 1, officially, of the Retronomicon. It's me, Matt, as per usual, and I'm joined with, as always, by the Retronomicon.
Greetings, you fucking sons of bitches.
Does he always have to just swear in the first few seconds? I mean, these are our goddamn listeners.
I can see whatever I like to do, so
Yeah.
goddamn show us the pun on my fucking names.
Okay, well, he's just going to trail off. Okay, so anyway, I'm joined as always, let's just forget about him for a second, and introduce Sam once again.
Howdy.
In for episode 1, because last time was a lot of fun.
It was good fun. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, good. No real foreseeable staff changes for the. So we are actually here in the den, the set, as it were, for the Retronomicon, which is nice.
It is nice. But no animals this time.
Yeah, no animals for this dickhead to snack on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we are talking video games as per usual.
Love it.
And okay, so first segment. Unless you have any, do you have any anecdotes? I had my little time at the start for an anecdote. Is there any anecdote you'd like to give here at the little intro?
I accidentally fucked up a guy's ankle recently on a trampoline and a party.
You fucked up his ankle.
I didn't. Yeah, I did.
You didn't. It wasn't the trampoline that fucked up his ankle.
The trampoline did it, but I probably helped the trampoline.
Did you sabotage the trampoline?
No, trampoline was fine. The man's ankle was not.
Right. So in what way were you responsible?
I was bouncing on it. I was drunk, and I'm bigger than most people.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So the trampoline was the tool in which you inflicted your pain.
Not like purposefully. I was just absolutely excited to be on a trampoline.
I see. And that was the night you went out. You said you texted me, said you went out drinking. Was that?
Oh, did I text you?
We were talking, weren't we? About the podcast.
I don't remember, in all honesty.
Yeah, not much is remembered around here. Okay, so let's just get on with it then. First segment. As usual, it's
What we've been playing.
thank you.
Yeah.
As always, Retronomicon.
He seems more chilled today. I know
Yeah.
he swore at the beginning, but he seems okay.
Yeah, I think he's mellowing out a bit because we're getting into the proper episode.
Episode 1,
Yeah,
this is money-making
exactly.
territory now.
Yeah. So yeah, as always, we're talking about what we've been playing recently, retro gaming wise. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's a retro gaming thing. I mean, I just play retro games all the time, so it's often going to be retro games. But what have you been playing, dude?
Okay, I'm glad you brought this up.
Mm-hmm.
I recently, this is not it's not retro game in age, but I think it has a retro feel to it,
Oh yeah,
so it'll count.
Definitely.
Cuphead.
Mm-hmm.
I recently completed.
Did you?
It's taken me this long,
that's
but I've
that's
completed.
like a spit take almost there.
I
Jeez.
honestly have never felt more alive after beating that last level. It's flipping hard.
I
It's
bet
so
that,
hard.
I bet that feels amazing.
It did feel good. And actually, of all the games I've ever played, I've had a real drive to go back and try and get 100% in it. And when I say real drive, I mean I thought about it once and then never did it.
But the game is such a fucking joy to look at.
Like, it is a beautiful game.
It's one of the best looking games.
It's got such a good soundtrack as well. Like, honestly, I think it's up there as one of the best games of recent times. I think it's actually perfect.
I would say the same. You want to talk about like peaks in indie gaming.
Have you played Cuphead?
Oh yeah, I've got it.
You must have it, only because people who are privy to the channel may notice the Cuphead poster in the back of the
That's
office.
true, yeah, because I absolutely love the designs. And I saw that poster. God, I can't remember where I was now. I think I was visiting one of Esther's friends.
Yeah.
And
I remember you telling me you were excited about that poster.
yeah, I was like.
It is because it's cool, because it's stylish as fuck.
Yeah, I just liked that it wasn't like, you know, you get gaming posters. It's like the Luigi's Mansion poster.
Yeah.
I like that. Really like that poster too. Just yeah, I don't know. It's just well composition.
It's a beautiful game, man. Like the hand drawn animations and stuff. Just a wicked.
Have you seen the show?
I haven't actually. I did think about this. I will.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's not bad. And actually, that's like one of the. I'd say the biggest success. Like, I can't think of many, right?
Well,
video game
adaptations, yeah.
And God, there was that Mortal Kombat web series which I was well into. But this is like, I was like, wow, I haven't. Oh, Castlevania was good.
Arcane.
Yeah, all right.
I've not seen.
And The Witcher was obviously successful.
Yeah.
But
like, that was based off of the books.
Oh yeah,
game,
exactly. Yeah. But the Cuphead show.
I do want to
watch
watch
it.
Good. Is it voiced by SpongeBob man, Kenny? What's his face? It sounds like it's him.
It is, but I mean, it sounds like him, but it's not.
Yeah. Okay. No, it looked alright. I mean, I looked at it for. It looks okay. I'll watch it. I will give it a go. And actually, if you don't mind, I'll circumnavigate this. There's a second thing I want to talk about as well. Yeah. It's not retro gaming, but it is gaming. Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, okay. So you've been on this. I mean, I think you mentioned it in the last episode. So you've on this crusade.
Breath of the Wild. This is my Easter holidays, so I've got some time. I've been doing absolutely nothing. So I was like, let's play some video games. And I've gone back to Breath of the Wild. It was a game I bought when I bought the Switch, which I don't think was at launch, but maybe not too far off. I've had Breath of the Wild, the longest game, and I've not completed it even now.
Yeah.
And I've been putting off buying the DLC for it because I was like, I should complete the game. I went, fuck it, I'm buying the DLC tonight, why not?
Yeah.
Do you know what the DLC fucking includes, which I find an absolute travesty, almost, in Nintendo? It angered me. It includes... Oh, the good stuff it includes is like a couple of extra quests, or I can't even remember what they're called, like the shrine things, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
A couple of extra quests. Had a go at one, it was alright, I haven't done that one yet. But it also gives you some extra costumes, cool, nice. Pardon me. But it also gives you some added, like, let's say, like, gameplay help. So it gives you... It allows you to unlock... If you ride a horse in that game and you left that horse is gone somewhere on the map and you have to collect it again. And honestly, you know when I talked last time about having to go everywhere and collect everything, knowing that there was a rogue horse of mine somewhere on the map, honestly, like... Sent my stomach in circles, man. Like, I couldn't leave... I love my horse, man. His name's Caramel. He's a good one. And I can't leave him in the game like that. I'd always have to take him back to a stable, but that's not like the best way to do it. By the DLC, you can unlock equipment, which I didn't even know you could do, because you can't fucking know anything in Breath of the Wild unless you Google it. I swear to God, there should be an encyclopedia in that game anyway. But it gives you a horse mane, like a helmet, and like a saddle that allows you to, whenever you whistle for that horse, it'll teleport in front of you.
Really?
Yeah. So you can leave it anywhere you want and you'll always have it available, which I was a bit like, cool, fine. It also lets you get a Korok mask. You can unlock, so the Koroks give you, I think, extra weapon space.
Right.
And it's a mask that tells you if you're near one. I find with that DLC. The one that fucked me off the most, though, you can press Y or a button on the map screen and it will show you everywhere you've walked on the map. That's DLC. I paid for that. And honestly, I've spent so long walking aimlessly in that game, and all of a sudden, in the paid DLC, you press a button and it happily tells you where you've been. So you can go, well, hang on a minute, that suspicious looking mountain, I've actually never walked on that. Because how will you remember? That game's humongous.
Yeah.
as you
Oh,
buy
Jesus
it, do you
Christ.
know what the ultimate slap in the face
Go on.
is? It says, this can save you up to 200 hours of gameplay. And I'm like, no!
Kidding.
I'm already 200 hours rabbit hole down.
You
No.
can't- They basically, so it sounds like they put a pay to win in an adventure game.
It's not
A
that.
sandbox
That's unfair.
game.
It makes the game a lot easier to play and should have been in the game initially.
I see.
You can complete that game without it. I mean, I probably am at a point where I could have completed it, but I just went, fuck it. If I'd have known that, I would have bought the DLC straight away.
Yeah. Well, you should have researched it, dude. Usually you're on this shit, aren't you?
But I kind of, yes, I am, but I wanted it as a surprise. And honestly, I didn't expect the gameplay implications.
Yeah, it's still, I mean, I think I would be... I mean, because that just means that, say you get to the end and then... I mean, say you complete the game before the DLC even came out.
Yeah.
Then you're told, oh, that you can now create a file and do it in half the time. And it's just like, great. Is it trying to go for replay appeal?
It's just giving you more for the game. So, for example, you don't have to have completed the game to do the DLC. The requirement is that you've got, I think, either the Master Sword or the 4 Divine Beasts. So I haven't completed the game. It's just like you get quite far through the game. And that was the other thing. When I bought this DLC, of course, they try and make it immersive in the story. And it's 2 separate packs where halfway wherever you are, you hear like Zelda's voice. Or at another point, the Sheikah Slate talks to you or something. But of course, because I bought all the DLC at once, I was there for about 5 minutes watching cutscenes of Link just getting attacked like psychically by different characters.
What the hell? I mean, I've never played it, so you know.
I like the game, man. It's big and it's like there's so much to it, but I just find it hard. I don't know what to do most of the time, and I just think if there was a town that had a library. As a mechanic that almost had like an encyclopedic version of everything. If you were stuck, where do I find this thing? I'm going to go to the library. Oh, you can find it there.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
It'd be a lot of work. I get it.
Well, I mean, yeah, that sounds like a ball ache. In summary,
I had to get it off my chest, man.
Yeah,
I'm just
fair
saying,
enough.
it's a sort of cheeky modern Nintendo, isn't it? With,
yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, what I've been playing has not been anywhere near as frustrating sounding as all that. How much did the DLC cost, by the way, before I continue?
I think about £16, and that was for 2 packs.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. It's
It
not
was
like,
okay. Or 26.
It's not like the Smash DLC I refuse to pay for because it's fucking ridiculous
Yeah.
expensive. Okay. Right, so the only real game that I haven't even been playing, I've been watching Esther play it, was of course Earthbound. We talked about that last time. So I've been trying to steer away from that as much. And then also Esther started playing Paper Mario, so I got to watch someone play that. But we
Did
talked
she
about
happen?
that last
Did she
time.
just happen to play that, or was that?
I think I told her that it was on the Switch Online. I don't know if she actually played another Paper Mario, but I think she'd always been aware of it. I think she might have seen me play the... No, she wouldn't have known when I had the 3DS version, and I never got the Switch version, so...
Okay.
She probably just saw it on the shelf and asked about it. And...
Oh, it's the actual N64 version?
Oh, of course she would have watched the Grumps play it, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, this is the emulated version.
Oh, okay.
I was watching her play through that Last of Us. It looks like fun as always.
Yeah.
Like, it really just had all that charm that I expected every Paper Mario game to have. But it was interesting to see for the first time. And I don't know if, obviously it's emulated, so it's going to run really well, and like most of them do.
Yeah.
But I noticed that games like Earthbound, for example, Esther pointed out actually, she's like, why am I moving so slow? I said, that's because there's so much on the screen.
Yeah.
The frame rate slows down. And then she said, but it's emulated. And I'm like, and like she's not that, like a huge gamer or anything.
Yeah.
But the fact that she said that, I was just like, you're so right.
Yeah.
Like, is it just like the lag is there in the code like to happen?
I mean,
Is it just poor emulation? Or
But how does
rushed it out?
But
or...
they would have done that in the game, wouldn't it? So maybe the emulator has to run off of like the.
Well, no, it doesn't. Like any game that you emulate the way that they have, especially like the N64 games, they run faster than they would have done on the original console.
These
Simply because it's not playing through the hardware. It's playing through. So it's playing the same code, like what was intended.
So these ROM hackers are slacking at this point. Like, there's no need for that to be released.
That's the thing. I just don't get it. I don't know if it's Earthbound specifically. I don't think there might be a Super Nintendo thing. It might just be that the emulator they use.
But surely not. Surely it
doesn't make sense.
I always heard that if you try and emulate Pokemon Snap, it never worked.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Because like the pictures wouldn't show in the gallery.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work? Why is that a thing?
I think I tried that once. Yeah, I think it's Project 64, isn't it? That NC and trying to load Pokemon Snap, it just won't. I think it just plays the sound and you can't see.
But why does it do that?
I don't know. It's just a thing. And that's why a lot of them. I think it was Pokemon Stadium was also quite hard to emulate, as I recall. So those cartridges became rarer and like highly sought after.
Yeah.
I think that was the big reason why I think Pokemon Stadium 2 in box is like £400 or something.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, not really much to say on what I've been playing, like I say, because I've been watching mostly Esther play.
Yeah.
I've been playing Smash mostly.
You got anyone else into Elite yet?
No, I'm working on Meta Knight at the moment.
I
going pretty well.
always wanted to be good with Meta Knight.
Meta Knight's great, actually. I've decided
Is he a
he's
good
a really
character?
fun character. Yeah.
He's a difficult character to be good with because he's not particularly strong, and his
He's just so fast though, and his aerials, like the way he moves in
you
the air.
have to do the tilt attacks, don't you? Otherwise, he's just too like slash 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 slash.
That's the first thing you have to get used to is to never really jab or like because his jab is just the flurry, right?
Yeah.
Just go straight to the flurry.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got to be careful with that. I'm not going to bang on about Smash too much on the podcast because this isn't really a Smash related podcast, especially when people don't know what the fuck we're talking about they play. But that's what I've been playing. Not much else to report actually. I haven't had much time this week. It's been busy.
We've been busy boys, haven't we?
I have, of course, however, been playing the game for the upcoming review. I don't know if the review is. I don't know if that review's going to be out yet when this goes out. I think it'll be just around the corner when this drops.
That's a safe thing to say.
So you can look forward to that fairly soon. But I've been playing the game for that, getting the footage and getting really pissed off.
Yeah.
That sort of led me to play some other games as well. So like I played a bit of Spider-Man as well.
On the PS1?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to make it into the review, but I did play a little bit.
Oh, cool. You always talked about that game a lot growing up. You liked the tutorial level.
I fucking loved and that's the thing, I can watch it back now and go, yeah, it's a little bit rough. But back then, like this game, like I was in the comments of a video as well, and people were like, this was my childhood. I'm like, yeah, I played this game so much as a kid. Being able to swing from like building to building was just so unique.
And led to a lot. I mean,
yeah, it did. I mean, like the whole
think it's
Spider-Man games.
Yeah, I mean, like the PS4, PS5 game, which I'd love to play, by the way. That's like the top of my list. Just need the console for it.
And they are sequels because they build on the mechanics of the previous, and it's because Spider-Man 2 really is like Spider-Man PS1, just with more.
Yeah, but they're not true sequels, are they? Not canonically. They're like.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
evolutions.
No.
Yeah.
Because the first game's a hodgepodge of a load of comics. I don't know if it's based on a particular Spider-Man comic, but I think it just mismatches.
Yeah, I'm sure
together.
it does. It just takes a few enemies.
They bring like loads of villains in.
In fact, I remember coming around. I'm sure it was a game you had. If not, it was my brother. It was the Spider-Man game for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh yeah, I've got that. Yeah,
that was a fucking awesome game.
It was pretty good.
That was a wicked game
for a that kind of game with because the graphics. Again, it reminds me of... We talked about Batman last time. It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Batman last time? I swear I mentioned Batman for some reason. Anyway. I think I had it on Game Boy. But of course, remember, there's the Super Nintendo Batman games as well.
Yeah.
Which you'll probably see on your screen right now if I find the footage. Yeah. Shing, there it is. Ooh. Ah.
That looks like shit and you're both pieces of shit.
Fuck that guy, man. He was doing alright in my books for a little while.
Yeah, I think... We can't get too sweet with it.
Have you noticed that he sat higher up in the chair as well? It's just every little way of asserting dominance. The cunt does it.
Silence! You fuckers should be cowering before me, for I hold near limitless power.
Talking about video games, you fucking prick. Just ignore him. Okay, right. So I don't know how far we are in. We can probably move on to the next section soonish. Do you want to put more time into the questions, seeing as you have quite a few there?
I don't think I need to put necessarily more time into the questions.
Okay.
I think it's just... I did have something else ready to talk about briefly for this first part. Just a game I've been thinking about.
Because like I say, I've just been playing like...
Well, okay, so
Bit of
it was last night actually made me think of this. I was surfing YouTube and I should have been, working probably.
Yeah.
And I came across Ant Dude. You heard of him? He does lots of Nintendo videos.
Oh, yeah, I know
He's
Ant
pretty
Dude,
good.
yeah.
He was talking about the Wario Land series, and it just struck a chord with me. I think Wario Land might be one of my most played games, if not when I was a kid. I played Wario Land.
At the first Wario Land.
Wario Land 1 and Wario Land 2 I played a lot of, because Wario Land 1 was Super Mario Land 3, you remember? And I loved that game, man. It was so different. I remember it being like that. I did play Wario Land 4 it was one of my uni friends' copies, and completed it. It didn't feel the same to me.
No.
Wario Land 3 I got on my 3DS, and I found it difficult because there's a lot to that one. And then what else is the DS one? Basically, I'm just regurgitating what Ant Dude said. I kind of agreed with what he said, but they're cool games, man.
Yeah, they really are. And Wario Land 2 is a sick fucking game.
I played that a lot.
And I just have those vivid memories of because I had the black cartridge.
But it was one of the games, you can tell I watched it last night, it had both. Because the black cartridge means it's Game Boy and Game Boy Color compatible, but it also was on a grey cartridge, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was. But I just remember having the black cartridge,
me too.
and playing it in a Game Boy Color, and it looked great. Like, I fucking loved that game.
And I still remember the music in that, with the weird, like...
Yeah. There was some great music, actually. In fact, play some of that music right now. Future Matt, play it right now, just a clip. They're fucking sick.
That's beautiful.
They're so
I
good.
love that.
Stop with the music. Piss me off with it.
Come on.
Enough. God. Alright, we'll stop. Okay. Jesus, he's just such a moaner. Okay. That was good, actually. I liked the Wario Land. I completely forgot about the Wario Land series.
They're good games.
And you liked Wario World too, right?
Yeah, I got Wario
I
World,
never played
yeah.
that. Definitely not a memorable game for people at all.
No.
Completely forgotten. People talk about hidden gems. People called the game that I'm playing, right, for the review, Hidden Gem, right? You type it into Google and it's like, this is a hidden gem. Like, no, it's not. It's covered in shit and laying at the bottom of the ocean for a fucking reason. But Wario Land, sorry.
Wario World. Yeah.
For the GameCube, completely overshadowed by Wind Waker and all those other great games, basically.
It's true. I mean, nobody talks about it, do they? It's such a weird game.
I want to play the game.
I've got it. You can borrow it if you want.
Yeah, I definitely will borrow that.
Okay.
And because it was fairly late in the GameCube's lifespan.
I think so, yeah.
Let's just move on. Next segment. Retronomicon, if you please.
News or remakes or some shit.
Alright. I mean, the podcast is... I don't know. Should we just give up now? This cunt around. Okay, right. So, yeah, as always, news-related things. But also, I wanted to fold in the idea of the remakes, as the Retronomicon also stated there. We wanted to have a bit of sort of remake talk. Because, let's face it, we discussed it. There's not much news in retro gaming.
It's true. It's hard to keep up to date with old stuff.
Yeah, I said about world records being broken in speedrunning or something. I mean, that's news to the speedrunning community, but we want to be a bit more sort of general and think about games like people remember. And that's why I thought remakes would be good, because there's always a remake coming out, and there are always like games that I remember fairly fondly.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, let's try this on for size.
Okay.
The news segment. Let's talk Max Payne remakes. Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't.
It was big news actually. At this point, at the time of recording this, last week. If you want to figure out a time frame for that.
When are we?
Yeah, exactly. And Rockstar said they were really excited about it and that they really want to make the fans happy.
Did Rockstar do the originals?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were disturbing as fuck. And I'll say they're disturbing as fuck. And people never say that. People always say, oh, they were great games, so much action.
Yeah, and the
bullet
mechanics.
time was
cool.
But all I remember because I remember playing that for the first time with my brother. I was too young for that shit. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on in this? The fucking start, right? I mean, it's savage anyway, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's not savage. But for a kid, like, it disturbed me, dude. And that was right at the start when his wife and daughter are killed.
Yeah, and isn't the whole plot of that game that he's struggling with their death the whole way through?
Right, that's why he becomes like because he's a cop, right?
Yeah.
And he becomes a renegade because, I mean, he suspects probably corruption within the.
So he decides to take on the underworld kind of thing.
Yeah, he becomes a vigilante. That's the word.
Okay.
Essentially, or he becomes a gun for hire, doesn't he? Essentially, but it's because he's trying to work his way into the seedy underbelly of this neo-noir landscape that he lives in. And that's what it is, really. It's a noir homage, I should say.
Yeah.
And of course, it's a combination of things. Actually, you could compare it to The Matrix.
I was
right?
thinking that with the bullet time thing, with
It's-
Matrix, what was it called? Matrix...
Reloaded and Resurrections. And
I thought you were on
new
about
one.
the specific Matrix game they did that was part of the Matrix
Oh, I
trilogy.
see. No, I just meant just the vibe of the film.
I think it came out too soon after the Matrix to not have had that as a direct influence. The idea of like slow-mo shooting, and in fact, imagine.
But it's not just that's what I mean, because it's the fusion of genres.
Yeah.
Because the Matrix was kind of like, it was a science fiction, it was a Japanese kung fu movie.
Yeah.
It was really dark and horror.
Yeah.
There's a lot of horror aspects to it.
Yeah, action as well, of course.
There was like so much going on, and I feel like Max Payne's doing that. It's a noir. It's a comic book, right? Because the start has the comic book panels.
Okay.
So it's trying to do that graphic novel, gritty noir, but of course it's got the gun fu. What do you call that? Who's the guy? What's his name?
Bruce Lee.
No. Oh god, I can't remember. There's a director, isn't there, that made all the gun. He basically invented gun fu. God, what's his name? Never mind.
I've never even heard of gun fu. Keep talking. I just want to Google that.
That's what Matrix took it from as well. This whole idea of like flying through the air, firing weapons in slow motion. That's gun fu.
Okay, so so you've and I remember you playing Max Payne and being into it. I honestly remember you being fucked up by the plot every time we talked about it. You were like, oh my god, what is going on in this game? Yeah, I do remember.
I think it was because I was watching my brother play at the start, and he's just like, watch this, because he's just like getting a kick out of it, because he's at that age where like, wow, this is such a like cool gritty storyline. But I'm just like, oh, maybe we should just love each other.
Yeah.
It's the bit where you walk into the bedroom and there's just like a fucking dead baby in a crib. And I didn't want to mention dead babies on the first episode of the fucking Retronomicon, the first proper episode.
Fucking.
But here we are.
Rockstar. That's their fault.
It's their fault.
Is it John Woo?
John Woo, thank you.
Okay.
And
That's it. So my question is, this is in the news segment. What would they have to do in the remake? Because remember, Rockstar recently remade GTA and it's been absolutely panned. People think it's a terrible version. Like it doesn't even look that good.
Yeah.
So do you want it? When we say, is it going to be a reboot, a remake? Do you know? Is it going to be a?
They basically said it will be a remake. I think, like it won't be a sequel. They did, and I think it's because they want to do the whole trilogy, right? Because there was 3.
Right.
So they want to literally remake and repackage the trilogy. It might even be all in one thing. Can you imagine if they did that? It'd be like the Final Fantasy remakes, right? Or they could split up into even more and do like fucking 5.
Yeah, I mean, if it does well, they'll do what they want, won't they?
Well, yeah. But what it needs to be is basically the same, because I think that's what the fans are really saying, is they want bullet time to work exactly the same, but give you more options, right?
So souped up version.
Yeah, you press a button, you jump.
Yeah.
And then you have a meter that you fill up by taking painkillers or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's health, isn't it?
I assume so. Or the painkillers. I don't know. I've never played it.
I think it might be like a passive thing. It's like a rage meter kind of thing. So and then as you get your meter back, you can press the button and do the more slow mo. So basically, I think they want it to be that, but like you can do more in slow motion, right? You can do more sort of complicated moves and interact with the environment more. And
because was Max Payne a third-person game?
Yeah.
Is that right? So yeah, that makes sense.
And they would want it to be exactly the same in that regard. And yeah, just sort of baseline mechanics-wise, the same, but suddenly you've got like PS5, so you can do like these really cool action sequences.
Yeah.
And you can interact with the environment with these really cool animations.
So you just so a souped up version of the original Max Payne.
I think that's what.
New story.
No, they'll.
Or retelling of the old story again.
I think they'll basically stick to the way it was, if not expand it more, right?
Yeah.
So they might have some stuff on the cutting room floor from before. They're just like, actually, now that we've got more time and budget, you know, and we want to make this game bigger and longer anyway, we can throw in more cut scenes, you know, or cut levels from the previous.
Well, I really hope that that's the case, because I think
Let's hope so.
It's a beloved game series. Like I said, they've not done well with their recent remake.
Oh, and I said all this about how it scarred me and stuff. Don't get me wrong, great game.
Yeah.
Because it made me feel fucked up. I mean, that's half the reason I like the things I like. It's because they made me feel something. And that fucking shocked me, dude.
Yeah.
And it just... I remember the music that played every time that it was the comic book panels, like the cinematics.
I don't remember. Can you play the music?
Can I play the music? Yeah, I can play the music. We're talking about it. That's fair use, right? Play the music! So yeah, that's the soundtrack. Great.
Haunting.
It's extremely haunting, and all I remember is just having you. It plays that over the comic book strips, like cinematics at the start, and then it kicks you into a house that's full of junkies, like dangerous junkies.
Yeah.
And you're just like looking at stuff on the wall, and it's going dush, 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 and it's scaring you with a thing, and then it kicks you into a cinematic, and it plays that music, and you're like. I'm so creeped out right now. This is fucked up. But yeah, what a fantastic composition, actually.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
It's thought out. It's well thought out, for sure.
It's a great bit of music, again, because it made me feel something. It accompanies that. It's such a dark moment, and then it sticks with you because it's the music that they always come back to through the whole thing. And it's so good. Anyway, so that's the Max Payne remakes. Did you want to add anything?
No. I tell you what, I would just like to ask the Retronomicon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which one is your favourite Max Payne game?
What? I'm a fucking book.
Alright. Yeah, we know.
Oh, Retronomicon, you crack me up.
Yeah. I thought about the recent Nintendo Direct and the Advance Wars remakes.
Okay.
Talking about remakes again.
Yeah.
And that looks faithful as fuck.
It looks almost like a direct copy, doesn't it?
Yeah, but just better graphics and more options, and I fucking love the Advance Wars games, dude. That's it.
You do love the Advance Wars games. Did you ever play the GameCube that was kind of its sort of natural predecessor?
No, because it didn't come over to Europe.
Did it not? Was it Orange Wars? Was it Battalion Wars?
Yes, Battalion Wars.
Yeah.
Which was made by Intelligent Systems, the same company that makes Advance Wars.
But you were balls deep in those games.
It was the DS version, dude.
Yeah.
The DS version was like the best
Black
fucking game.
Army?
That's the second game on Game Boy Advance.
Black
Hole Army.
Yeah.
Is it Black Hole Army?
Black Hole Army. What an army.
Oh, Black Hole Rising.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And then they did Dual Strike, I think it's called. On
DS
the DS
version, right.
And oh my fucking god, the fact that they used the two screens to do two layers of the battlefield. Oh my god, so cool, dude. So you had your planes on the top screen.
Yeah.
And then
I'd had the map of the bottom screen.
Yeah, and then you could like have the planes fly down and move from
that's
plane
really
to plane.
cool.
I was just like, that's so cool, dude. That was honestly the sickest fucking thing. And I played the absolute shit out of that game. I did the first game, of course, and I always wanted the second game on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
And I never got it. I always wanted it. I know that you didn't really play them, did you?
I found them difficult, man.
They are difficult.
Yeah.
There's a fair amount of strategy.
Yeah. Because they were different characters and they had their own abilities, didn't they?
But you could brute force it fairly often.
Okay.
Because it was literally just, okay, capture cities, get funds, make a tank. And as long as you've got, like, a base, right, that you can make units. I remember, like, I won a lot of missions by just, like, getting the build bases, capturing some cities that you just got a load of money coming in, and then just build medium tanks. So just like got medium tanks going every turn.
I mean, maybe that's actually how you win a war.
Yeah, well, even it is, isn't it? That's the strategy. You just overwhelm them with firepower. But there were so many different strategies, and I liked that, like, you could load, one strategy, say, when you're separate by water, you could, like, load up a boat with something and have it go on, like, a little sneak mission, right?
I gotcha.
To try and capture the enemy base while they're all...
while attacking you.
While all their units are out.
Yeah. You were good at that game, man.
Oh, so good. Such a good game.
Yeah.
And I just loved how it was portable, basically. What more could you fucking ask
for?
It's true.
Dude. And a time when they had, obviously, the SP as well. Play it anyway you want, yeah. That's the dream.
Oh, man, what they need to do is... I know they're going to put it on Switch, right? But they should... If these do well, they should use this as a springboard into something, like, super...
Well, have you... We're still in the news segment, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm glad. I am paying attention. I swear. I saw very recent. There's a leak, isn't there, saying that the Switch will release a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance system. You know what I mean? As in, you know the online has N64.
Oh, I see.
What's it called? The Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack will give you the Mega Drive and the N64. There's leaks that there's going to be Game Boy releases.
I mean, they did on the 3DS, didn't they?
Well, the 3DS did Virtual Console, which was Game Boy and Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color.
It also had the Ambassador program, if you remember.
Right. Yeah.
So that randomly had some games that you couldn't even buy. But it didn't have Game Boy Advance. So maybe
that's it then.
Yeah.
That's the next thing to happen.
Oh my god, I would gobble up Joy-Con Game Boy Advance controllers or something. I would... God, they just take my money.
You know, I think it's going to end up being a bit silly though if they release the original Advance Wars on that feature, especially when the remake's coming out.
I suppose, but then if it's no, I feel like they're different enough, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess. Well, we'll see, won't we? The game's not out yet. But yeah, fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
What a great news segment. We talked remakes, upcoming stuff.
We did all right.
I think that's the way to do it. It's not really news per se. It's just like a preview discussion, speculation. And
it's like travelling with the news while not really giving you news.
Yeah, we're just sort of riffing off of things that are coming.
Just tangential news.
Lots to look forward to.
Yeah.
Anyway, is the summary of that segment. Brilliant. Okay, so let's move on to the final segment of the show, and we're going to bring it back. And we are going to be doing Let's Plays in the future, which is going to be fun.
Very excited about that.
And I don't think that will be a segment. That will just be like.
Can I make a suggestion for a Let's Play it's written in stone because it's now in the podcast? I want to do a competitive Frogger.
Frogger.
I don't know why. It just came to me recently. I want to play some Frogger.
Retronomicon, please, if you will, just introduce the segment in a normal fucking way.
Trivia.
That was alright.
Yeah.
That was alright, I suppose. Like for him.
He's mellowed out. I think you've showed him who's boss a little bit now.
Yeah. I think because he started fairly calm.
Yeah.
And then he sort of got a bit agitated.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, okay, he's hurrying me along. Okay, so let's move on to the last segment, trivia. So we've got Sam's been working on some questions for me.
Yeah.
I haven't done the same. I'm sorry. I am not.
Oh, in that case,
I'm not well prepared.
Okay. Well, how would you like to do it? Would you just like me to give you 10 questions? Are you going to give me questions?
Why don't you give me your 10 questions?
Okay.
And we'll see how much time we've got left.
Okay.
And then I could ask you some questions.
I won't say that I'm a little disappointed I'm not getting questions. But
you will get questions, dude.
Just saying. That's fine.
But then I might be straight out because it's 3 lives. You only live thrice.
Okay, so I have here for you a maximum
of 3 lives, okay.
10 questions. Mm-hmm. Right.
Maybe our lifeline should be Ask the Retronomicon.
Alright, I'm going to ask the Retronomicon lifeline.
It's not even a lifeline. It's a waste of time. Okay. Oh, for fucking God.
All right, are you ready?
I am ready.
Question 1. I'll try and keep score as well. Question 1. In what city is Resident Evil set in?
That is Raccoon City.
Is that correct? Let's hear the noise.
Sweet.
All right.
Cool.
All right. Number 2.
I mean, technically the first game wasn't in Raccoon City.
No, it was. I was going.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
I looked it up.
On the outskirts of Raccoon City.
The
Yeah,
number 2 was in Raccoon City.
yeah, it
wasn't
was like in the
definitely?
city centre.
Yeah. I knew you'd know it.
Right in the city centre, yeah. Everyone off the city centre. Yeah. Ah! Alright, anyway.
All right, number 2. Wait, question.
Bring the music back, please.
Okay.
Thank you, there you go.
Is there tense quiz music happening now?
Right now, yeah, there is.
It is right now.
Right now.
Okay. Name one character who appears in the 1981 game Donkey Kong, parentheses, other than Donkey Kong, close brackets.
Okay. Well, I immediately can tell you're going for the little technical, underhanded little jib.
Oh, audience, if you
Little
can't
jib.
see, he's got hand gestures going on here.
There's a little jib.
Underhand calling.
Yeah, I mean, you want me to fall into these traps, but the character doesn't need conventional name. It can be. Or do we just go safe? Let's go with Pauline.
Pauline, is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Do you want to lock it in?
Lock it in.
Pauline is correct, yes. Well done. And the other one would have been...
Jumpman.
It's Jumpman, yeah, you knew them both.
Alright,
you knew
yeah.
them both.
It's,
Alright.
and actually, it was because I was just like, it is Pauline, isn't
Yeah.
it? And I was just like, I want to say Pauline because I don't
And
know
that's
if you
why
want me
she's
to say Jumpman or not.
she's the mayor or whatever of New Donk City.
That's right.
It makes, there you
Yeah.
go. Alright, question 3. This is a multiple choice question.
Ooh.
Okay. Which of the following bosses does not feature as a boss in the missions in Mario Kart DS?
Okay.
Have you played Mario Kart DS?
I have a few times, yeah.
Okay, alright. Is it A, Dry Bowser, B, iRock, or C, Wiggler?
Is not a boss.
Yes, in the missions of Mario Kart DS. I'll say them again. You've got Dry Bowser, iRock, or Wiggler.
Pretty sure Wiggler was in DS. Whether he was a boss or not, that might be the trip up. Let's go. Okay, iRock final answer. Lock it
iRock
in.
final answer.
Lock it in.
iRock is incorrect. No. The answer is Dry Bowser.
Oh,
Dry Bowser
okay.
didn't feature in the game at all.
Yeah, I was pretty sure Wiggler was in there.
That's
Of
your.
course, Dry Bowser's a later edition.
That's right. Yeah.
Alright.
Right.
Damn, okay, that's one life gone.
One I've gone. I've marked it. Here we go. Question 4.
Let's bring the music back.
Yeah.
There we are.
Thank you. What was Richter Belmont's first Castlevania appearance?
Richter Belmont.
Yeah. I haven't made this multiple choice. I thought you might know it, in all honesty.
I do know it. I just cannot think what the name of that fucking game is now that it's come to me.
Get on with it.
Oh, hurry up. The Retronomicon's getting a bit grumpy now.
Yeah, I know.
Get on with it.
Shut up! God, I'm trying to think.
Come on.
Fucking
Give him a moment, Retronomicon.
wrinkly, smelly, fucking.
Scrotum of a book.
Yeah, I mean, you made a paper mache, you fucking freak. Right, okay, so. Oh, God. Say the question to me one more time.
Okay, what was Richter Belmont's first Castlevania appearance? Oh, a time has appeared. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Castlevania, Rodin of Blood. I've said it wrong,
Oh,
haven't I?
do you know what?
I can't
The
think.
answer is Rondo of Blood.
Rondo.
Because I might give it to you. I mean, that's
I was
that's
stuck
like,
on the word. I couldn't think what the word was.
Did you get extra time in your exams when you were at school because you're dyslexic?
No.
Well, that doesn't count then. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh shit.
That's your second mistake.
What did I say? Rodin, I said.
Rodin. It's Rondo. That's so. I feel
Rondo.
almost harsh to not give you that.
No, it's alright. It's
Okay.
fine. It's
Alright.
fine.
Okay.
Damn, okay.
I wrote some really good questions here. I hope I can read them
I
to
could not
you.
think what that fucking word
Yeah,
was.
I'm tempted to give you. How about you get a pity point? It doesn't count for the game, but it's just like a.
Why don't we say it so that I don't lose a life and I don't get a point?
No, fuck that. You got it wrong, mate. All right, question 5.
Right.
What is the best-selling PS1 game?
The best-selling PS1 game.
I'm happy to give some hints for this one. I think this is a tricky one.
Okay, well I'll use my lifeline.
I'm asking the Retronomicon.
I am.
Okay, Retronomicon. What is the best-selling PS1 game?
Fuck you.
Why did they even bother with that?
No, let me try again.
Yeah.
Retronomicon. What is the best-selling PS1 game?
You're a cunt.
Oh, go fuck yourself, Retronomicon.
I mean, he comes over here. He takes time out of his fucking day to. No, it's okay. He doesn't know any better.
No,
We can just rise above it.
He can't help who he is.
No. Okay, so after that waste of time, best-selling PS1 game, dude.
Shall I give you? Would you like a clue?
I mean, I have ideas. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. Do you want to spitball your ideas?
Well, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX. They were all huge sellers. There's Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon.
I'll happily. I'm going to give you. I don't want to give. I think if I give too specific a clue, you'll get it very quickly. So I'm going to try and keep. So it was released in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
That might help you.
Possibly.
It's part of a series,
Mm-hmm.
or I should say maybe the first of a bigger series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's fine because even before you said that, I was going to say this. I'm going to go Crash Bandicoot Final Answer.
And Crash Bandicoot is incorrect.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's Gran Turismo.
Oh, of course it is. Or I could have gone with Grand Theft Auto even, but then I suppose the first didn't sell too great.
No, I guess it was like 3 onwards, wasn't it? It was a big
Well,
one.
that's my 3 lives gone, dude.
Oh no. I had one question.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give you. I'll tell you what I'm gonna
You
do.
save it for next time.
Yeah. All right.
All right. If you've got one more question.
No, I will save it. I think it's a really good question.
Okay.
No, I'll save it. All right.
Okay. They were good questions anyway.
Thank you.
So let me just bring up some questions for you then, I guess. So some of these, like, and I swear this is some easy, right?
Yeah.
Google says this is easy video game trivia.
Okay.
Right? But I'm going to make it a bit easier because these are fucking ridiculous. With some multiple choice. But we'll start easy.
Okay.
Like really easy.
Okay.
What is the name of Mario's dinosaur sidekick?
Mario's dinosaur sidekick.
Yep.
That would be Yoshi.
Final answer?
Final answer.
It's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. So yeah, started easy with that one.
Okay.
Okay, actually I like this question.
Okay.
I'll cut out I'm just literally looking for questions that I think are suitable. Okay. What video game franchise has racked up over $1 billion in lawsuits? Remember, you still have your lifeline of asking the Retronomicon. Just throwing it out.
I'm not going to ask that douche yet. I think I'm going to have a go, and I'm just going to say it's Grand Theft Auto. Final answer.
It's correct.
Oh, get in.
Nice. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
I mean, it's kind of obvious when you think about it, but you know, you could trip up on that one.
Oh, you need to give me
Okay.
give me some difficult ones.
This one is, I'm going to make it multiple choice.
Okay.
And it's funny because it's written really badly. It says, what is the average of gamers in the United States?
What?
And what it exactly. And what it means is Wah, wah, wah. What is the average age of gamers in the United States?
Okay.
Is it A, 33,
Yeah.
B, 37,
Yeah.
or C, 35?
Oh damn! They were a lot higher than I thought it would be. The average age of gamers in the US. I'm gonna go with the youngest of those. I think it's probably 33. Final answer.
It's incorrect.
Oh no!
The answer was C, 35.
Seriously?
Yeah, nuts.
Out of what?
That's the average age of. I mean, I'm assuming that's what they mean when it says what is the average of gamers in the United States, and the answer's 35.
But what about all the child gamers? People like teenagers.
Well, think about all the old people that you
I'm
never
not-
see who actually play video games.
True, but do you think they're more than the actual order? I'm not shitting on the questions. I'll take the question to be true.
I just think that the average. It kind of makes sense. It just means that there's loads and loads of people like who started playing video games on arcade.
I
like, in
guess-
the 80s,
I guess
and they're
it-
still playing.
I guess it's how that. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm not bitter. That's fine.
so that's one life gone. What world market generates the most revenue in the video game industry?
What world market?
Generates the most revenue in the video game industry.
Does that mean what country generates the most?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Like, what world market, as in what market in the world?
Okay, well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
first of all, I'll consult the Retronomicon.
Okay, you're going to use your lifeline of asking the Retronomicon?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Okay,
please.
Retronomicon.
Yes.
What world market generates the most revenue in the video game industry?
I'll say Japan.
Yeah, he's going with Japan.
I'm gonna say I initially thought Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go with the Retronomicon. For once, I'm gonna trust I'm gonna trust in the goodness of that book's heart. I think actually it knows I'm a guest. We've had a word together now.
Yeah.
I think it's Japan.
I think you think we're on a level enough.
I do,
with
yeah.
Retronomicon to trust him in this. Okay, so you're going with the Retronomicon's Japan answer.
Yeah.
Is that correct? It's not correct. It's incorrect to rephrase.
We're wording well today. The book did me dirty.
We did, and that's because the answer is China.
Oh my god.
Think about it, dude. Made
That's
in
a lot of-
China.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I suppose if we're talking plastics and things.
yeah.
Are you
It's all
even
plastic.
Are you even sorry, Retronomicon?
Nope. Suck my cover.
No, I didn't think so. Yeah. He's gonna tell you to suck it, and so am I, to be quite honest. One life left.
One life left. Okay.
Oh shit, son. Okay. What in the fuck kind of question is this? Okay. This is under easy video game trivia.
Okay.
Can I just remind you that?
Easy.
I need to make it okay. I'm gonna make it multiple choice because that's fucking ridiculous.
Okay. Okay.
What popular video game character inspired the name of a human gene?
What video
Game
game character
character.
inspired the name of a human gene?
Yeah.
Can I have a guess before you give me the multiple choice?
Sure.
Would it be something like Ezio from?
It's not as obscure.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give too much away.
Okay, right.
It's
What-
just
what-
not as
What
obscure.
your choices? If one of your choices
Okay.
is Ezio, I'm gonna hunt you down.
Is the answer A, Mario,
Okay.
B, Crash Bandicoot,
Yeah.
or C, Sonic the Hedgehog?
What one of those characters has had a gene named after them?
It's inspired the naming of a gene. The naming of a gene, right?
The
It
man-
inspired this video game character made the geneticist go, I'm going to name this gene this.
Oh, it could be fucking any of them, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Like, that's a
you could
ridiculous
say,
question.
you could say, oh, you got a moustache, so you got a Mario gene, or I don't know, you're orange by nature,
Yeah,
so
you've got the
a
Mario
crack-
mustache gene,
Yeah.
so now you're going to have a Mario mustache.
Okay, all right, no,
Alright.
all right. Or like you're a quick runner or something.
At least you've got a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right.
Yeah. My initial thought was Crash Bandicoot, because Crash Bandicoot is like a genetically spliced creature. But I'm discounting Crash Bandicoot. I'm going against my instincts.
Okay.
All right, I need to make a decision.
Okay, yeah.
For me, it's between Mario and Sonic.
Yeah, because we're right at the end of the podcast now, I would say.
Okay.
I've wasted a lot of time. And
No, it's okay. I'll be quick. Mario, final answer.
It's incorrect, dude.
Fuck!
Ah,
That's really upsetting. Is it Mario?
no,
Is it Crash?
no.
Is it Sonic?
You said Mario.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I got into that.
It's Sonic.
Because do you know why? Does it say why?
Sonic the Hedgehog inspired the name of the SHH gene, which makes sure our limbs grow when they're supposed to.
Of all the
Where they're supposed to.
of
sorry.
all of the genes to name someone after,
It's the gene that tells you
where your limbs should grow.
that says, oh, this is where the arm goes. Yeah.
So without my Sonic gene, I could have a fucking thumb anus.
Yeah, you could have balls on your chin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's limbs specifically.
Oh, it's just
Actually, that
limbs.
doesn't
Okay.
work.
I was about to say eyebrows under my nipples, but I
Yeah.
guess it's not.
So you haven't got like arms, a pair of arms coming out your eyes, basically.
Well, thank you, Sonic.
Yeah. So there we go. What was the final scores then? Who actually won?
It is a draw.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it actually?
It's a draw. Yeah.
Another draw.
Yeah. How about this? How about this for a tiebreaker? You know, I was excited to give you one of my questions. I'll give you a question. If you get it right, you win. If you get it wrong, I win. Because I'll take it as a win, as a feat of,
Yeah.
the quality of my question, let's say.
Yeah.
I do think it's an easy question, but I'm just excited to give it to you.
I mean, we could just do one more question each. Right.
All right, one question each.
All right. Okay.
Shall I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, work out this equation.
I know we're overrunning on the podcast. I don't care. It's too into it.
Okay.
Too into it. It's
The
fine.
work out this equation.
Yeah.
The number of AA batteries needed for a Game Boy, plus the number of AA batteries needed for the Game Boy printer, minus the amount of AAA batteries needed for the Rumble Pack in the Game Boy game Pokemon Pinball.
Minus how many batteries for the Pokemon Pinball?
Yeah. So that is...
Right, okay, got you. Okay. That's that. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely that. The original Game Boy.
Yeah.
Game Boy printer.
Yeah. You can air your thoughts out loud. There's
No, I don't want to. I don't want to give it away. Let's.
Okay.
So it's minus the second one,
Yeah.
and then minus. The
So I'll say it one more
third.
time. The number of AA batteries needed for an original Game Boy,
Yeah.
plus the number of AA batteries needed for the Game Boy
plus,
printer,
okay.
minus the amount of AAA batteries needed for the Rumble Pack and the Game Boy game Pokemon
Right,
Pinball.
got you. I'm
And-
going to.
We're not following order of operations.
No.
You just give it a sequential answer.
I'm going to go with 6. Final answer.
Break it down then. What's
4
Yeah.
plus 4 minus 2. That's what I reckon.
4 plus 4 minus 2.
It's 4 or 6, isn't it?
It's incorrect.
Is it?
I'm sorry. It's 4 batteries needed for a Game Boy,
Mm-hmm.
6 batteries needed for a
6.
printer, and 1 AAA needed for Pokemon Pinball. The answer's
Of
9.
course. Okay. Damn, son. 6?
Yeah,
I knew it was a lot.
yeah.
And I thought it was 4. I thought it can't be any more than 4.
Yeah,
In fact-
that's why I gave the question, because I thought, why?
In fact, I thought it might have been 4 D batteries, right?
See, that would be insane, but that would be too big, wouldn't it? But I've
I
6
swear it was, yeah.
6 batteries is a lot of batteries.
Yeah, that's still a lot of batteries. Fuck. Okay, so get this right then for the win. What was Steve Wozniak's favourite game? You know who Steve Wozniak is?
I do.
Okay. What was his favourite game? Was it A,
Yeah.
Centipede, B,
Yeah.
Asteroids, or C, oh, I've got to think of one more. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Or was it C,
Yeah.
Tetris?
I'm going to go with Tetris because you looked over at the computer screen for
Oh,
C.
fuck. I thought I could throw you off by saying, I've got to think of one more.
No, I know you too well.
Alright.
Does that mean I get it?
Yeah.
Woo!
What the shittest tiebreak in the fucking world. Anyway, we've overrun on the podcast. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us once again for the Retronomicon, officially episode 1.
Whoa, exciting.
Tickle the balls there with 1. What's going to happen in 2?
I don't know, and I don't think we know either.
No, I mean, I know that 2 is like a deuce, right?
Yeah.
A shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be bad, is that what we're...
No, it's going to be great. It's going to be the shit.
Oh, cool. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that enthusiasm.
There you go. So thank you as always, Retronomicon, for joining me.
Thanks or whatever.
Yeah.
Farewell, fuckers.
Okay. Let's give him less time. Thank you, Sam, for being on the show.
Thank you.
And we can see you in the next episode for more. The segments are going alright.
I think they're going okay.
I like talking about sequels. I think that's a good topic.
Sequels is a good topic.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add before we go? Get some food?
I'm really hungry, actually.
Yeah? Go and fuck off, get some food.
Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah, and leave this fucking book here and actually have some fun doing something else.
No, this has been fun.
It's fun,
Yeah.
but, we just don't want to.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I've had a really.
I just don't want to get any of his racist abuse.
No, I get that.
Alright.
It's been average.
I'm getting tired of being called a honky.
Matthew, no.
He just makes it all about the colour of my skin, and I'm not happy about it.
It's not your fault, damn it.
It's just the pigments in my skin or lack thereof. Anyway, thanks guys. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Bye.
Bye.
You know when you wee, do you fart?
I know people do, but I don't.
No, do you not?
No.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Because they're two separate functions, dude.
No, they're not, man.
I mean, that's not to say one has never ever slipped out. Never ever. But it's not like a common occurrence.
Really?
No, there's not a common occurrence at all.